Hello again, everybody, and welcome to round 11 of this EAFC manager career league, either way. Today, it is going to be Arsenal, our first game of the day, as usual, hosting that of Liverpool at the Emirates. Last time these two teams faced off was in the second round of the Domestic Cup tournament. Arsenal went through to the finals. Liverpool put up a damn good fight, but came up a little bit short. So it'll be interesting to see here if Liverpool can bounce back and perhaps find themselves a good result over this league second-place squad. Should be absolutely fantastic fixture this, and it is now underway. Coming up also at the looks at the fixtures yet to come today, we do have Southampton hosting Crystal Palace from St. Mary's Stadium. Remember the last time those two teams faced off, well, we're not going to talk about it really. It was a 6-0 defeat for Crystal Palace at the hands of that Southampton squad. We do also have Ipswich hosting Wrexham, and we've got Crewe Alexandra hosting Manchester United for our final fixture of the day. Should be absolutely fantastic. And we do have that final of the Domestic Cup tournament coming up shortly within the coming day, 2 weeks. But it is Arsenal now on the attack with Martinelli as he tackled by Kyle Walker, who is still there. Walker, no. Looks like Martinelli's going to swing to the outside. De Bruyne is going to try to work inwards now. Kyle Walker stands there, tackled by Mateo Kovacic, and now it's Callum Wilson, who's back to Kovacic in midfield. It's Wilson, Rice. Declan Rice over to Mateo Kovacic. He has Kulusevski, and he's got Wilson. Chooses to pass backwards to Rice, who himself and Kyle Walker trying to move the ball about. And that ball overhit and out of play. It's going to be a throw in here for Arsenal. Throw taken quickly. Timber in defense finds Joe Linton in midfield, over to De Bruyne and back to Joe Linton. This Arsenal squad, when they can move this ball forward, they do tend to score, and in the droves as well. And here's Mohamed Kudus, has Wan-Bissaka, who's come forward, tackled, thankfully for the Liverpool defense. Bit of early threat then from Arsenal, but now Liverpool could be moving forward with Jack Grealish. Grealish has Callum Wilson in the center. He's got Kulusevski at the far side. Grealish to Wilson. Good save by Flecken and cleared away. And that one was dangerously close there for Liverpool. Arsenal really glad that Flecken in the goal for that one. That was definitely a good effort. Grealish has Wilson. May have had Mateo Kovacic forward, but didn't quite get the ball there on time. It's Mohamed Kudus now. Kudus has Estupinian chasing him inwards to De Bruyne. And De Bruyne now on the side has become a much bigger threat for Arsenal in recent weeks. Than in the beginning of the season, who really took him quite some time to find his stride with his Arsenal squad. But get him on the score sheet once or get him a good assist, and he will continue to prove why he is one of the better players in this league. But it's Martin Odegaard now, has Martinelli, he's got Rashford in the center, there's Rashford. It looks as if, I tell you what, some good defending so far from Liverpool. I'd like to see them do a little bit better in midfield. Arsenal winning this midfield battle quite easily at the moment, and that's kind of the reason why that they're finding so many opportunities. Of course, Liverpool defense playing very well for the time being. Kulusevski to Eze, as Grealish over to Estupinian, as Grealish again. Looks as if Saliba will get that one back to Flecken, and Arsenal will play from Flecken up the field. Bruyne to Timber, to Joelinton, and to Saliba. To Mohamed Kudus. Arsenal moving the ball well here, but they make one mistake, and I think that Liverpool squad could find a counter-attack rather quickly. Definitely a question mark to look out for. I think this Liverpool squad can score. That's the big misconception with this squad, is that they can score when given the opportunity. Despite the rather poor record they've had over the course of the season, in league competition at least. You know, they can absolutely put a couple of goals away. Trying to get it through to Callum Wilson. Wan-Bissaka will get there first. Trying to find the league table at the moment, so we can give you a good update on the league table coming into today. So after match day 10, Crewe Alexandra sit atop the table at 18 points. Arsenal second with 15. Wolverhampton, Wrexham, and Crystal Palace all on 14 points in that order based on goal difference. Manchester United at 13 points. Southampton at 12. Ipswich and Liverpool make up the bottom two at 8 points and 5 points respectively. A lot of big movements in the table could happen with some results going in the favor of the opposing team. Perhaps, I think, at least last week we did see a good amount of upsets take place. That's always something to look forward to. Really great fixtures last time out. Here's Martinelli, inwards to Rashford. Gonna get to Odegaard. Odegaard shoots, turned away by Lloris and cleared quickly away. And for the time being, Arsenal have no answer to the Liverpool defense, but here they go again with Kevin De Bruyne. Declan Rice trying to maneuver his way forward. Inwards to Joelinton, who may have space, and he's got Odegaard, more importantly. Tackled initially, but it's Rashford again, and finally played upfield, and that's going to do it for the first half. So Arsenal get close on numerous occasions. For the time being, Liverpool hold them off, and 0-0 the score. Kevin De Bruyne still have yet to make a massive impact in this game. Flecken has been a tremendous help in goal for Arsenal, as well as that of Hugo Lloris. I think really this is going to come down to a goalkeeper battle, it seems. Pretty much even on possession. Arsenal have yet to make an errant pass. Estupinian 6-7. So far, him and William Saliba, and also Martinelli for that matter, all pretty close on ratings so far, but the ratings don't matter as much. We got to see some goals here. Second half underway. A quick tackle by Jack Grealish, and now at the touchline trying to work forwards. He has Callum Wilson center. He has Mateo Kovacic, but now he had Eze, had Wilson. Wilson will actually get the ball back, and now Liverpool's still on the attack here with Callum Wilson. It looks as if Joelinton, for the time being at least, will get that ball away by way of his fellow defenders on the opposite side. But another close one for Liverpool, who nearly looked as if they could have had our opening goal there. Oh, but here we go. It's Martinelli. Has Rashford, has Odegaard, has Mohamed Kudus in the middle. Has Martinelli still. Here's Martinelli to Odegaard. Tackled by Mateo Kovacic, and some shouts for penalties, with the ball given back to Arsenal here. Mohamed Kudus to Martinelli. Tackled by Martin Odegaard, and now it's Kudus to Odegaard again, and Diaz finally clears. Liverpool squad playing really on the back foot, never a good option. And, well, there's your proof. 1-0 to Arsenal. It's Mohamed Kudus with the opening goal, 54th minute. That one took a while for Arsenal, but they finally got it. And so after all that effort Liverpool went through from defending, they forgot to mark Kudus. That one, I think, will go on Romero, as it turns out, because Romero's left him rather open there in the center. If he could have dropped back a little bit, even if Kudus had gotten the ball, he would have been closer to making somewhat of a defensive effort on it, but nothing there. And a goal to Arsenal to start things off here. Well, I say start things off, we're 56 minutes in. Looks as if Mateo Kovacic has picked up a knock somewhere along the way. Probably on the tackle for Martin Odegaard in the box. Martin Odegaard played a huge part in the build-up to that goal, having made some good defensive efforts. But here's Eze. as they can't get past who I believe was Timber there. Kudus to Rashford. Nice pass to Kudus. Oh, what a play this is if they score. Well, I tell you what, if that would have ended up as a goal, that would have been one of the finer team play goals that we've seen. But for now, it's Mateo Kovacic who played backwards to Kyle Walker. To Diaz, switches the play to Romero. Estepinian to Grealish. Tried to hit inwards, but it's mishit. Taken by Joelinton, and now Arsenal back on the ball here in midfield. Mohamed Kudus, the goal scorer, has Odegaard. Martin Odegaard now has Rashford. Tackled temporarily by Estepinian, picked up by Kudus. Just inside the box, Kudus to Odegaard. Romero does get a good effort to that one that time. Temporarily clears the ball upfield. Good interception there from Mateo Kovacic, and now Liverpool can try to find a route forward perhaps with Eze. Eze may have room on the left side here. Has Grealish. Grealish has space. He has Mateo Kovacic, Callum Wilson, Kulusevski as well. Chooses Kovacic. Callum Wilson picks it up with pressure from Saliba, and Arsenal get it away. And with 20 minutes remaining here, you'd have to think Liverpool still have a breath of life, but they need to get going, and they need to get Arsenal off the ball. Because the moment Arsenal have the ball, they pass circles around this Liverpool defense. Kevin De Bruyne tackled by Kyle Walker, but given up from Martinelli. Shot saved by Lloris. Good save by Lloris that time, keeps Liverpool in this game. Martinelli, I think, could have came forward a little bit more, could have done a bit better trying to set up that shot, but either way. Estepinian back to Romero. Tell you what, it has to be said, Romero has kind of been a slight weak point in that defensive four for Liverpool. Well, you say that, but again, he's still the only one that's really stepping up to defensive efforts, and when he does step up, he gets caught out because he's unmarked his man, and there brings the goal, and that's exactly what happened with Mohamed Kudus. It's Callum Wilson, has Kulusevski. Kulusevski now, can he shoot? No, he can't get past the defense again. Rashford to Martinelli, back to Rashford. Martinelli again. Martinelli's got space here, but Kyle Walker trying to come in, but it's not going to be enough. Martinelli puts Arsenal up 2-0. And you have to say, and again, they've just allowed him so much space. I mean, Kyle Walker has at least showed up to the proceedings there, but again, he's not been bothered to really make an attempt at a tackle. Are they afraid of the referee's pocket or something? If you're in that situation, a goal down, you need to get slightly desperate. And Gabriel Martinelli puts Arsenal up 2-0 here in a game that I think Liverpool think probably they've had more opportunities than they should have, and they've failed to convert, I'm afraid. Harsh but true, unfortunately. And now Wan-Bissaka trying to work inwards, has Rashford, has De Bruyne, and Romero does tackle away that time. Very good from Romero. So it has to be said, if it wasn't for the error the one time in which the initial Mohamed Kudus goal, this would have been a totally different game. He's done it's very bipolar how he plays, sometimes very good, sometimes not very good. Joelinton does get Kulusevski off the ball there. Pass backwards to Flecken, who will get it out wide to Wan-Bissaka. To Odegaard. Inwards to Joelinton, to Rashford. Joelinton tackled by, was that Declan Rice, I believe it was. Only a couple of minutes remaining here. Doesn't appear to be enough for Liverpool to win this game, which is unfortunate, because I think they've had a fair chance today. Although Callum Wilson swings it to Grealish, bicycle kick clearance. You don't see that too often. Beautifully done, though. There's Eze, and, well, Liverpool will get one back. Well, I tell you what, With some better Liverpool defending, this would have been a game all square. Eze does well to find a shot. But again, too little too late from this Liverpool squad, I'm afraid. Which is very unfortunate, because they deserved that goal. But they probably also deserved at least 2 before that, I think. Baraki Eze with a goal here for Liverpool to make it 2-1. And unless... Two minutes added time, but that's going to be it then. Liverpool come up short once again, this time at the hands of Arsenal, who, with a good result elsewhere in their favor between Crewe and Manchester United, could go top of the table. It's shaping up to be a fantastic battle for the title. We'll have to wait and see who comes out on top. Still 7 match day after this. And now, of course, a match from St. Mary's Stadium that Southampton would have been looking forward to since match day number 2, and for this Crystal Palace squad, one perhaps they've been dreading. Remember the last time these two squads faced? 6-0 was the score for this Southampton squad. That definitely cemented themselves as one of the better attacking presences in this league. For Crystal Palace, they need a good bounce back here, having lost to Crewe Alexandra last time out. They've been on a halfway decent run of form, but to cement themselves within the top couple of teams, they need a win here. And that's going to be no easy task against this Southampton side. So let's get ourselves underway. It will be Heung-min Son and the Saints getting us going here. So Southampton, as usual, are going with the 4-2-4 formation. That's 2 in midfield, may be a place to look out for. However, in saying that, with Diogo Jota now trying to move forward, in saying that, this Palace squad has tried the 5-2-3. They've been playing a 5-3-2 in recent games, trying to not really use as much width. They've not liked that. They've liked the 5 in defense, but they can't seem to score goals, so they've thrown the extra man forward. They've put Diaby on the left side. I believe they've replaced Miguel Almiron, as it's now Romelu Lukaku trying to move inwards. He's tackled temporarily by Casemiro, but Lukaku's still there. Now it's Silva. Oh, Casemiro falling down for some reason. Isaac's still out on the field. Isaac has been a halfway decent man in attack for them. But now it's Raheem Sterling, the shot. Oh, it's off the side netting in an early one. Well, it is going to be a corner, after all. An early attack here for Southampton. Well, it has to be said, I think this Crystal Palace squad to come away with a sole point out of this game would be quite acceptable considering the reverse fixture. But it's Raheem Sterling back to himself. How do you do that? Romelu Lukaku now versus Diaby outside the box, and Diaby somehow gets the big Belgian off the ball with Diaby now on it. Diaby's got Diogo Jota forwards. He's got Alexander Isaac on the other side of the field, but Diaby's going to try to take it now. Diaby has Gonzalo Montiel inwards to Diogo Jota. Tackled by Nathan Ake. That Nathan Ake has been a wonderful player for that Southampton defense. Very noticeable every time he steps on the pitch. Heung-min Son forward now, inwards to Thomas Partey, to Romelu Lukaku. That ball is slightly given away. It's Diogo Jota trying to take it down the left side. Has Isaac. They have Diaby forward, but he's not reacted quick enough to get the ball to him. As Paulinho. Paulinho's gotten the start back in midfield. He's got himself and Casemiro, who will drop back to aid the defense. But good passers of the ball, as it's Casemiro now. It's tackled by Thomas Partey. There's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has Heung-min Son backwards to Partey. Has Silva inwards to Lukaku. Has Sterling nearby. There's Sterling back to Silva. Intercepted that time by Pau Torres. That one very risky there for Palace, but they've held on. It's Diogo Jota now. Can he get past Nathan Ake? Oh, that one was a bit late, but the referee's gone no. He's gotten the ball first. I think everything after that was slightly accidental. No foul was called. sure the Palace fans are slightly unhappy about that one. Matty Cash with space on the touchline now, and I say with space because Alexander Isak is just refusing to make any sort of defensive effort. Thomas Partey to Raheem Sterling now. Taken away by Robertson. It's Palhinha now. They have Diogo Jota. Well, it's taken by Lewis Dunk. Heung-Min Son. Now, someone who hasn't really touched the ball yet is that of Bukayo Saka. Hasn't really been the force of this Southampton attacking front that we kind of expected, but he's a key player nonetheless. But I think on that right side, it is Raheem Sterling doing that much more. It's Botman to Robertson. Casemiro and Palhinha passing it about in midfield, trying to find some way forwards. It's Isak. That's Diogo Jota. Quick couple of passes there. Palace still on the ball, but they're not in any rush to move it forward. I think what they're trying to do, trying to exploit some of these gaps in the midfield from Southampton, but it's not going to work if you don't make up your mind. And here's Heung-Min Son, back to Bukayo Saka. Silva with space on the right side. You know, the midfield battle, again, very interesting between these two teams because, again, 2 versus 2 on the formations, but I will say this, it has been dominated by Southampton so far. Possession-wise as well, in the way of the Saints. Nathan Ake to Partey. Silva to Cash. Matty Cash perhaps gets it to Raheem Sterling. Sterling turns past Robertson rather easily. And now Southampton on the attack here. That ball nearly out of play. That time it is. And it will be out for a corner. It will be Bernardo Silva to take this corner. That's Bukayo Saka that's been drawn close. It is. Palhinha, good tackle, plays it inwards riskily. That's a new word. Montiel to Torres. Torres with space, tries to get it to Casemiro and does. Casemiro lofted over the top. Diogo Jota might be through here if he can work it inwards. He has to get past the Dutchman of Nathan Ake. Has Diaby. Diaby has Isak. Isak trying too much, tackled, and Isak's gone down. Yes, it is an injury. It is Alexander Isak who has gone down. And I wonder who they're going to get to replace Isak. I'm assuming it's going to be Ollie Watkins. Substitution in the first half as well. That's not good. And who was it here? Not even really sure what that was, but either way, he's gone down. It will be Miguel Almiron coming on. Now, Almiron not getting the start this week. Unfortunate injury there for Crystal Palace. Although we'll have to wait and see if Miguel Almiron can prove to be any sort of quality to the attacking front for Palace. Bukayo Saka to Partey. Partey may have room now. Yes, he does. Inwards to Lukaku. Lukaku has space at the near post. Ramsdale does well to turn it away. Although Lukaku's gone down in the box and claimed for penalties from the Southampton supporters. Silva to take the corner. First half about completed here. Been an even game, but I would say Southampton definitely the better squad. More shots, more possession. Better passes as well. Diaby heads it into the feet of Heung-Min Son, but Casemiro gets there first. Miguel Almiron now, and he's tackled by Raheem Sterling. Oh, but look at this. Oh my days, that is the worst call I've ever seen. Oh my God, what? Obviously, I'm a bit biased because Crystal Palace is the squad I've drafted, but even as somebody who's refereed games, that is an awful place to end a half that. Yeah, dominating possession by Southampton. 2 shots, more passes attempted, higher pass accuracy. Oh. That penalty is going to live in the back of my head. Not penalty, that decision to blow the whistle is going to live in the back of my head for literal weeks, I'm sure. It's Miguel Almiron to Paulinho. Robertson standing with it. And tackled by that. You can't just stand with the ball in the attacking third. I'm sorry. Just such a pointless plan of attack. Just let them have the ball. They're dominating you on possession by 60%. You need to do something. It's Romelu Lukaku. Oh, we may have Raheem Sterling here on the far side. Robertson trying to move inwards. To Silva. Botman is there. Robertson is there. Silva still with the ball. Inwards to Son. Son the shot. Well, that's a good save by Ramsdale that time. Son's had a couple of shots today, I think. Still has yet to get through Aaron Ramsdale. And good save this time by Ramsdale. Of course, the expectations for him very low. Hard to be disappointed when your expectations are low. Ball swung inwards. Lukaku in there. It's going to be out for a goal kick. Well, I thought Lukaku was able to get over the top of Diaby there to get in a better header than that. Diaby's actually done well. He's marked Lukaku very strongly so far today. Ramsdale has called Botman close. Play out of the back end on the ground. It's Robertson now. Botman to Rafael Varane. Almiron inwards to Paulinho. Paulinho, we may have Casemiro here. He's got Diaby, back to Casemiro. Outwards to Diaby. Here's Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota now. Oh, tackled. Coming up on the hour mark here. Palace still have yet to have any sort of attack going. Thomas Partey to Lukaku. Pau Torres there, and Torres does get Lukaku off the ball this time. Wondering if it will be that of Lukaku that's going to be the first to be replaced by this Southampton squad. Of course, he is a rather large fellow, this guy. That pass mishit, and we'll be out for a throw. Substitution to be made here. James Ward-Prowse will replace Paulinho in midfield. Ward-Prowse a good passer of the ball and has a couple of goals to his name this season. Have to wait and see if that changes anything for this Palace squad. Although where Paulinho lacks in passing and shooting ability, he makes up for it in his defensive efforts, which Ward-Prowse just does not really have, to be honest with you. Nathan Ake to Cash on the touchline, taken away by Miguel Almiron, the what I believe is the Paraguayan midfielder. Of course, our substitution graphic has decided to stall again. Rafael Varane to Casemiro. That's Diaby on the outside. Finds Ward-Prowse. Back to Diaby. Diaby, can he get past Ben Chilwell? No, he can't. Chilwell at the touchline, tackled by Diogo Jota. It'll be out for a throw. Taken short to Lewis Dunk, back to Chilwell, back to Dunk. Silva, outwards to Matty Cash. Miguel Almiron trying to tackle Matty Cash off this ball, can't get it. Silva now trying to work the ball in midfield. James Ward-Prowse doing his best to try to pressure Southampton perhaps into a mistake, but if Southampton are allowed time on the ball, they will strike. Thomas Partey. Partey's got space on the left side now. Has Heung-min Son. Pau Torres trying to tackle and does. Good tackle from Torres. He's been a good player so far today. There's Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota perhaps with space. Why the hell would you do that? Why? What was the point of that, Jota? Why? Raheem Sterling may have Lukaku here. Back to Son. Heung-min Son back to Thomas Partey, and is Crystal Palace able to come up with something here? And they do. Rafael Varane, nicely done. 15 minutes remain. Miguel Almiron, Nearly found Casemiro in midfield, instead found Bukayo Saka. So it's Diogo Jota. A good tackle there, but he's played backwards instead. And tackled by Raheem Sterling. Will be a throw here for Crystal Palace. Taken way away from where the ball went out of play, but, you know, either way, I don't really think it matters that much. It's James Ward-Prowse. Does have Miguel Almiron to Jota to Almiron again, who may have some space here. No, back to Robertson. To Almiron to James Ward-Prowse. Back to Almiron again. Ward-Prowse trying to get forwards. It's Diogo Jota to Almiron to Ward-Prowse, who I think may have been offsides. No, the flag stayed down. We have a substitution happening now. It will be, who is this? It's going to be Nathan Ake being replaced by Diego Carlos. Bit of a strange decision that. I thought Nathan Ake was a critical part of that Southampton defense. Trying to take the throw far. Diogo Jota off his head, and, well, Pickford's the one thing that Pickford's needed to do today, and that was about it. And our substitution bug still in the top corner, has yet to be fixed. About 5 minutes remain here. Which team, if there is to be one, will find the breakthrough? Past couple of minutes, Palace have looked good. Overall, the whole game, Southampton have looked better. Ward-Prowse to Casemiro. Out wides to Gonzalo Montiel. Back to Casemiro, back to Montiel again. And Montiel gets through the legs of Lukaku. It's Rafael Varane. Oh, intercepted. Now Silva to Raheem Sterling. To Lukaku, back to Sterling. Sterling may have space now. Ward-Prowse lags behind, doesn't bother to defend. Sterling to Lukaku. Lukaku with space. Botman there, and, well, finally taken by Palace. Once this ball is cleared away, that's going to do it. Although the official calling 2 minutes added time here, but I don't think it's going to matter much. Palace playing it backwards. And that's going to do it here at St. Mary's. A 0-0 draw that, well, for Crystal Palace is quite average, but a welcome change of pace against that Southampton squad, which decimated them last time. Well, was hoping for a better game than that, but that's what we'll have to do. And now the penultimate match of the match day. It is that of Ipswich hosting Wrexham. Should be a fantastic game this. Still to come, never forget. That of Crewe Alexandra hosting Manchester United. Either of these teams could move themselves well forward in the top of the table. And oh, by the way, Crewe Alexandra, should they win today, will still retain that 3 points clearance of that of Arsenal. But we'll have to wait and see. Never count out this Ipswich side. Will be Ipswich to get us underway here. This Ipswich squad struggling to find points, which is unfortunate because they have looked from time to time a very solid team. And Wrexham already on the ball here. With Barnes. Barnes has Bruno Fernandes. The shot saved. I tell you what, early scare. Again, coming up next time is that of being held from Gretzky Road, that of Crewe Alexandra hosting Manchester United, and not to forget in match day number 12, Crystal Palace hosting Arsenal, Wrexham hosting Liverpool, Manchester United hosting Southampton, and Wolverhampton hosting Crewe. Will be a throw in here by the corner flag for that of Ipswich. Thrown inwards to McAllister. McAllister has worked Endo over to Jadon Sancho to Darwin Nunez. Nunez now tackled by Thiago Silva, and Wrexham looking to move forwards with Christopher Nkunku to Barnes. Although Henry's going to get in the way, and that's going to stall that attack. So Foden to McAllister over to Henry. Wrexham back on the ball here. It's Nkunku to Thiago. Thiago to Fernandez. Fernandez now. Oh, he tried to get it back to Nkunku there. Who is that? Either way. Darwin Nunez trying to knock it ahead of Luke Shaw here. Nothing there. Sinisterra back heel to Shaw. Tackled by Jadon Sancho. Here's Arturo Endo. Darwin Nunez versus Virgil van Dijk. That ball looks as if it will be out for a corner. Minutes in here. Ipswich have actually kind of had possession more in the attacking third than that for Wrexham. That ball swung in. Emi Martinez gets to it with ease. I think this Ipswich squad could definitely use with a win here. They've only won 2 games this season over last place Liverpool. There's Youri Tielemans in midfield. As Nkunku to Barnes. Christopher Nkunku now up to Barnes. Back to Youri Tielemans. Has Thiago. Thiago versus Gabriel. And Sinisterra. And Kieran Trippier puts in a good defensive effort. Darwin Nunez. Back to Gabriel. To Arturo Endo. Endo perhaps with space here if he can get past Luke Shaw. No getting past Luke Shaw, not this time. Nkunku has Sinisterra on the side. Back to Nkunku. Nkunku trying to move inwards now. Trippier in the way. Fernandez now. To Sinisterra. Trying to get it inwards to Nkunku. It was taken away by, I believe, was Gabriel that time. And now Darwin Nunez inwards to Richarlison. To Alexis McAllister. Has, I believe it's Phil Foden trying to march forward, but it's a Kanji to Henry. Lofted over the top, Phil Foden. If he's on sides, this is a good look for Ipswich. To Richarlison. Richarlison now tackled by Barnes. Oh, that wasn't Barnes. Anyways. It's Thiago. To Fernandez. Taken away. 35 minutes played now. Ipswich still looking very competitive against this top 5 Wrexham squad. There's Nunez. Nunez has Richarlison, who tried to fire a shot. Defender got in the way. Might be the counter now for Wrexham. It's Diego Dalot. Tielemans back to Dalot. It's Barnes to Nkunku. Nkunku back to Barnes. Barnes inwards to Thiago. Thiago may have a shot here. Akanji gets in the way for now. Endo tackles well. And Akanji has to get rid of it and finally does. To Darwin Nunez to Jadon Sancho. Back to Nunez. Has Richarlison forwards. Lofts it over the top brilliantly. Richarlison. Darwin Nunez. McAllister, and cleared away that time by Youri Tielemans. Still nothing to be had between the two sides, although Wrexham trying to march forwards. As soon as I say that, taken away by Ipswich, and now it's Phil Foden to Richarlison. Inwards to Foden, to Darwin Nunez. If he can turn, he may have a shot, but he has Richarlison middle. Trying to put the strength into Virgil van Dijk and can't get anything out of it. And once Diego Dalot gets this upfield, that will do it for the first half, and there it is. Good contest this so far. between an Ipswich squad desperate for points and a Wrexham squad in here expecting them. We'll have to wait and see where this second half brings us. Should be another fantastic 45 minutes of football coming your way. Yeah, Ipswich having more possession, that makes sense. More shots as well. More passes attempted yet. All seems about right there. Oh, it's Wataru Endo, not Warturo Endo. Wataru Endo. Warturo sounded better, to be fair with you. He should change his name to Warturo. Anyways, back underway here. Thiago Silva on the ball now, the Brazilian international who played for Chelsea for quite a while alongside David Luiz. Then went to Paris Saint-Germain. Phil Foden to McAllister. Has Richarlison now, looking good here, but if they can get past Virgil van Dijk, that's the question at hand with Darwin Núñez, and it's tackled. And now it's Sinisterra trying to move it upfield. Wataru Endo can't get to it. It's Christopher Nkunku. Who can get to it is Kieran Trippier. There's Richarlison. Oh, Darwin Núñez might be through here. Barnes inwards to Tielemans. As Barnes again. Barnes to Nkunku, to Bruno Fernandes. Tackled by Akanji well. As now it's Henry to Foden. As Richarlison middle, back to Wataru Endo. Wataru Endo, not Wataru. Dumbass. Anyways, Phil Foden, inwards to McAllister, to Henry. Phil Foden. Swarmed by Wrexham players then. It's Diogo Dalot to Barnes. Tackled by McAllister for the time being. Phil Foden gets it back to Henry, back to Foden. And that one out of play. Throw taken quickly here. I don't think Ipswich were really in position to get back in a defensive position, and now Wrexham, can they perhaps move the ball forward? No, Youri Tielemans plays back to Thiago Silva, to Fernandes, to Thiago. Sinisterra might have space now, to Nkunku, back to Thiago. Sinisterra, to Tielemans, to Thiago. Thiago with space, the shot, and it's in! Opening goal takes an hour, but it is Thiago for Wrexham. Here it is again, good pass then. I tell you what, he's actually done really well to find that bottom corner. I don't think Ray has got a touch on it. It doesn't look as if he had. Thiago's done really well to shoot to the far post from there on the ground pretty much and be able to make it happen. So Ipswich down a goal here. Darwin Núñez tried to play forward, but nothing of it. For how much time on attack this Ipswich squad has spent, you'd expect them to have a goal by now, but not the case. Sancho chasing Luke Shaw down to the touchline, inwards to Virgil van Dijk, over to Thiago, and over to Fernandes. Tackled though by Richarlison. And now perhaps if Darwin Núñez can find somebody, he's got Jadon Sancho. But Luke Shaw on that far side has been fantastic. Inwards to Núñez, has Richarlison middle. Richarlison can't get past Thiago Silva. And again, another attack from Ipswich fizzles out. Virgil van Dijk has it in the middle, over to Fernandes. Youri Tielemans to Diogo Dalot. That ball out of play, and we are getting a substitution here. Ivan Perisic is going to be replacing Luis Sinisterra here. Sinisterra's not really done much this game, but he's had a couple of good passes. That's about as much as I can say for him. Perisic a good replacement, I think. 20 minutes to go now. Wataru Endo. Good lord. It's only taken me 11 and a half match days to get this one correctly. To Alexis McAllister, back to Henry. Ipswich have a couple of men forward here. Henry tackled by Diogo Dalot. Phil Foden trying to come up. He does. It's to Nunez. Has Endo to Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho can turn. He might have a shot. No, he can't. Virgil van Dijk. What a defender he's been. Tell you what. We know Wrexham leading this game 1-0, but it has been that Wrexham defense that has really helped them along today. Ivan Perisic to Luke Shaw. Back to Perisic now. Coming up on about 10 minutes to go with Phil Foden trying to pressure the ball, but no, to Fernandez. Play switched on the ground to Silva. Yuri Tielemans to Thiago. Tielemans again to Nkunku. To Tielemans to Barnes. That one's tackled. 10 minutes remain here. Richarlison and Darwin Nunez trying to look forwards. Darwin Nunez might be through here, but it has to get past Thiago Silva first and can't. And that ball played backwards to Emi Martinez. Fernandez to Barnes to Tielemans. Tielemans on the ground made that ball to Thiago. Over to Diogo Dalot to Nkunku, but Akanji gets in the way. And now it's McAllister to Richarlison. Richarlison's got a couple of men forward here. He's got to be able to use them, though. If he doesn't, it's going to be poor. But Richarlison, the shot, and it's in! And a late equalizer for Ipswich. Well, Ipswich looking now like they could salvage a point. Richarlison's taken that really well. Emi Martinez is beaten at the near post. And after a whole 90 minutes of football where you feel as if Ipswich should have been scoring, they finally do. And it's 1-1. Still a couple of minutes to go here, and Wrexham have been very, very well on the ball. It's Thiago. Thiago to Ivan Perisic. Oh boy, it's Christopher Nkunku. The shot saved. And out for a corner. And I really thought Nkunku had that one. He's been such a threat playing the ball in from distance like that. Been one of the better goal scorers in this league. Only a couple of minutes remaining now. As that ball swung in, Diogo Dalot, and it's tackled away. Oh, but back at the feet of Virgil van Dijk. And that one is taken away. Jadon Sancho now, perhaps with space down the side, has McAllister who will play it backwards. 2 minutes added time. Can either of the two squads make something happen here? It's Akanji. Akanji under pressure from Nkunku. They're going to take this throw quickly to Barnes, to Nkunku. Back to Barnes. Here's Fernandez. Tackled by Akanji. And Ipswich is going to dribble out the clock here. And that will do it. 1-1, the final score. Fantastic game if you're an Ipswich fan. For Wrexham, I'm afraid that one probably should have been a little better. And for our final match of the day, it is Crewe Alexandra hosting Manchester United. Both squads looking for a good result here. If Crewe can win again, they will maintain their lead over Arsenal at the top of the table. If Manchester United win, they will move up the rankings drastically. So we'll have to wait and see what will happen here. Should be a fantastic game this. Both squads looking to put in some goals. We'll have to wait and see how it happens. Goodness me. So much anticipation, I can't even get it correctly. So Crewe Alexandra on the ball now with Julian Alvarez. Back to Giovanni Lo Celso. Remember that Crewe Alexandra squad knocked out in the opening round of the tournament by Liverpool, who went on to face Arsenal, I believe it was. Cancelo has Paqueta now. Paqueta tackled out of play by Julian Alvarez. It will be Paqueta with the throw. Gomez in the center. I'm expecting this Man United squad to come out swinging, but I'm expecting that Crew squad to defend really well. If and when Crew concede, it's not very often, and it's not very much. This Manchester United squad can score goals, but it will be up to them if they are to win this game. That's the big question. This United squad, very inconsistent with how, attacking-minded they are. Josko Gvardiol in defense to Rodrigo Bentancur. It's James on the far side, backwards to Gvardiol. Tackled by Gabriel Jesus, and perhaps does Jesus have room to run? A good tackle initially from Josko Gvardiol, but it looks as if he will end up with the ball either way. That one was close. I really thought Jesus may have found a room to break forward there. But it'll be out for a throw now for Manchester United, who will wait to get the ball out of play. Thank you, Timo Werner. It's Timo Werner now to Rodrigo Bentancur. They have room on the right here. Can he get past Zinchenko? Back to Werner. Werner tackled that time by Zinchenko. John Stones to Jorginho, back to Zinchenko. United have had that ball in the attacking third. Quite a lot so far, actually, for how early into this game we are. Stones to Zinchenko. Szoboszlai with some good defensive effort there in midfield. We'll have to wait and see if he can get that ball away. Timo Werner trying to pressure as well. Tell you what, United are pressing very high up the pitch at the moment. But as Crew work their way back into midfield, that's where the tables might start turning. Rodri does get, for the time being, Gabriel Jesus off the ball. It's Lo Celso to Alvarez, over to Guimarães on the other side. And backwards to Pedro Porro, 20 minutes in here. Nothing in it really, although Julian Alvarez to Guimarães. Back to Alvarez again. And tackled that time by Gomez. And now it's Erling Haaland with the support of Timo Werner and Rodrigo Bentancur, and I think Dominic Szoboszlai as well trying to move forward. Cancelo to Haaland. As their Szoboszlai has Paqueta. Backwards to Cancelo. To Gomez, to Rodri, to Rodrigo Bentancur. To Haaland. Haaland tackled temporarily by Alvarez, but it's Timo Werner. Werner's been sat down there, and now it's Crew Alexander on the ball. Alvarez to Martinez. Pedro Porro back to him after Guimarães gets a slight touch on it. There's Szoboszlai. Has a couple of men forward now, but also some space. What does he choose to do? Can he find Paqueta on the outside? Paqueta moves to Timo Werner. Timo Werner now turns. Can't get past the Crew defense enough to find a shot. That was a good looking attack from United that time. A little surprise. Remember in the reverse fixture, Crew Alexandra did win 2-0 over this United squad. It's Gabriel Jesus to Lo Celso. Tackled by, I believe it's Josko Gvardiol. Now it's Timo Werner. Rodri backwards, back to Werner. Well, has Dominic Szoboszlai. It's past Zinchenko. Inwards to Werner, the league-leading goal scorer. Szoboszlai has Paqueta. The shot on the half volley, saved. Tell you what, he's done halfway decent to actually get to that ball. Allison's made a good save. He's not had to really work as hard as Szoboszlai was hoping for. To Guimarães, to Alvarez. Julian Alvarez will actually get past Gomez for the time being, but that one taken away. Now United looking to move forward again with Paqueta. Erling Haaland tackled off the ball. Pedro Porro tackled off the ball at the touchline. Cancelo to Guimarães. Oh, no, this is Paqueta. Under pressure from Guimarães. Coming to the close of the first half here. Very even game this again. Still yet to find a breakthrough either squad. Cancelo inwards to Rodri. Here's Szoboszlai to Rodrigo Bentancur. Over to James. Has Timo Werner. Has Erling Haaland in the middle. It's Erling Haaland. The shot blocked well. Good defending that time from Crew Alexandra, but I'm afraid if you allow Haaland to have that sort of space in the middle, there will be a time where that will not be a good defensive effort, and he will score. I have a feeling we could see that eventually. No added time to be played. That's going to do it for the first half. Even game. United look, I would say, slightly better to this point, but still anyone's bet who's going to walk away with the points here. It could be either squad for all we know. It could be a tie. Certainly kind of seems like that could be in the cards. It's been that good of a game so far. United have more possession, more passes, equal pass accuracy. Crew with more tackles. But again, that just means they're spending more time off the ball more than anything else. Rodri to Cancelo. It's Timo Werner. Werner now perhaps with some space down the side. Julian Alvarez to Erling Haaland, who's tackled well. Jorginho to Zinchenko. Back to Jorginho again. Giovanni Lo Celso, back to Zinchenko, to Lo Celso again, to Jorginho. As Lo Celso now. That's Reece James trying to defend, but to Julian Alvarez, who's tackled by Rodri. And one of the better attacks for Crew so far this game ends up with nothing of it. Rodrigo Bentancur on the ball now with space, but more importantly with Timo Werner. Do not forget, has Erling Haaland in the middle. Werner plays backwards to Reece James, to Josko Gvardiol. Bentancur to James. There's Werner on the touchline on the right side, under pressure from Zinchenko. And Zinchenko a good defensive tackle, but immediately turned back over to Paqueta. And Paqueta working similarly into the corner. Paqueta at the near post, trying to move, but tackled well. And again, this United squad can't find the breakthrough. They've been close 2 or 3 times now. Still nothing of it. Bentancur tackles Timo Werner on the ball. Timo Werner tackled by, I believe, Guimarães, and now Crew Alexandra trying to move. Bruno Guimarães out wide to Pedro Porro. An hour gone here, still nothing in it. Cancelo to Gomez, to Rodri, back to Gomez again. There's Gomez. Switching the play over to James on the near side. Bentancur gets it to Timo Werner. United trying to press now. Bentancur again, back to Rodri once more, and backwards to Gomez. It's Gomez, perhaps with some space now. To Paqueta. Here's Timo Werner. If he can get past John Stones, he'll have a shot here, but no. Stones tackling well, and I tell you what, Stones has been a very pivotal part of this United defense so far. Or more to the kryptonite of Manchester United, really, to the Crew Alexandra defense, or the defense of Manchester United, the defense from. Either way, Johnstone's been magnificent so far. And I think should Crew not concede today, you'd have to thank him. It's Cancelo. Backwards to Gomez. About 15 minutes remaining here. Still nothing in it between the two sides with Erling Haaland back to Paqueta and back to Haaland again. Martinez does get Haaland off the ball and out wide to Pedro Porro. Backwards to Porro again. Haaland trying to press. Szoboszlai trying to press, nothing there. Pedro Porro again. There's Alvarez to Porro. Oh, here's Bruno Guimaraes to Giovanni Lo Celso. That one's going to be out for a corner. I think a good defensive effort there, actually, from Josko Gvardiol, who I think got a touch to it before. Lo Celso can get a full-on shot. So it will be Jorginho to take the corner. He's called Julian Alvarez close. We'll play it close to Julian Alvarez. And Josko Gvardiol tackles well, but now he's got to get the ball away. Still under pressure from Alvarez. Has Cancelo inwards and does get it to him. Rodri to Gomez. Gomez to James. James to Rodrigo Bentancur, but Guimaraes gets in the way. And out to Zinchenko. And that ball out of play. Timo Werner to take, and most likely quickly, and does. 10 minutes remain. There's Timo Werner. Werner to Haaland. Haaland tries to get it to Szoboszlai, but Szoboszlai doesn't get on it. I think maybe was Szoboszlai going to be offsides and he's decided to lay off of it. That was certainly what it looked like. Pedro Porro to Guimaraes to Julian Alvarez. Tackled and now Manchester United with Erling Haaland, who will pass backwards. There's Haaland. Haaland trying to work inwards now. Haaland to Werner. Werner, can he get past Edson Alvarez? No, he can't. Less than 5 minutes remain. Pedro Porro on the far side. Stones to Guimaraes. Pedro Porro now to Bruno Guimaraes again to Julian Alvarez. Alvarez tackled by Cancelo. Well, Cancelo brought down. Still on the ball is Crew Alexandra with Julian Alvarez. Has Jorginho. Jorginho versus James, 1 minute added time. And now Manchester United with Timo Werner. Plays it to Szoboszlai. Out wide to Rodrigo Bentancur. Can't get it to Haaland, but can get it to Paqueta. Back to Haaland. It's Timo Werner to Paqueta. Paqueta to Szoboszlai, saved! What a save that time. Matheus Cunha will replace Giovanni Lo Celso. Joe Willock replaces Lucas Paqueta. And now perhaps one final attack from Manchester United from the corner. Timo Werner. Oh, but it's going to be a penalty! In the final minute, Julian Alvarez commits a handball. Oh, hang on just a minute. I'm sorry. We'll have to turn away. I do want to get confirmation, really, on where this was. Just because I need to do some investigative work here. Corner being swung in. Oh, there is the hand as well, isn't it? Yep. Well away from his body. Very unfortunate, to say the least. And now we've got a penalty kick to decide, most likely, the win of the game from Erling Haaland. If he puts it away, United nab 3 points off league leaders. Here's Haaland. The shot, and it's in! Erling Haaland, that's the man you want from the spot. Crew Alexandra could have exited today still top of the table. I'm not sure exactly where this will put them with the math. But what we do know is this. That is a fantastic result for Manchester United. Erling Haaland with the goal from the penalty spot. And Julian Alvarez, you have to feel for him, because it's absolutely the right call. And that will do it. 1-0 to Manchester United. A dramatic finish to Matchday 11. And as we enter the final third of the season, next time out, it's all to play for between really anybody in the top 5, even top 6. For Hotspot, it's been a pleasure joining you once again here, and we'll see you next time.